Hi everybody, this is Alchemist 2, back again with another movie review. And this time I rented Everybody's Fine from Netflix. And I had meant to see this in the theaters when it was released during Christmas. And it's actually not just a movie that can be enjoyed at Christmas. It can be enjoyed any time of the year. And strangely enough, being Father's Day, I thought it was extremely appropriate for Father's Day. But it's about this man, Frank, who is played absolutely remarkably by my hero, Robert De Niro. And Frank plays a very concerned father who only wants the best for his children, and his wife recently passed away, and there really isn't any connection between Frank and his kids anymore. It's non-existent. And throughout the movie you see the recurring theme of the telephone wires, because Frank himself made polyvinyl chlorate, PVC. That's what the abbreviation means, what covers the telephone wire. And of course, doing this over the years has made him sick, and also he didn't have very good habits. He also smoked. Later you figure out one of his sons, Robert, also does this, and throughout the duration of the film you discover that his children are covering their tracks and lying to him, and nothing is as it seems on the outside. But Frank, he's no stooge. He can figure out what everything is. He's very discerning, and he has this spirituality about him that's very interesting, I think, and he realizes what's going on at the basis of everything with all of his children. And he had 4 kids, and one of his children he can't find, and it's the one that he pushed the hardest. That would be David. And I'm not going to tell you what happens to David. We all know, as the watchers as the film goes along, we know what occurs with David, and it's rather tragic to see Frank's reaction to that, because he's in denial, he's in disbelief, and then he has a confirmation, sort of redemption, I think, near the end. But I'm not going to tell you actually how that all comes to fruition, because that would give away a huge plot point. But this movie I would consider sleeper, because not very many people know about it, but Robert De Niro plays a role that he's not normally known for playing. But Robert is such a consummate actor. I think he could play anything and get away with it, except for one movie I can't think of right away, which was basically a cartoon character with Al Pacino. Don't hate me, but it was passable at the most. Plot was non-existent, but not in this case. This movie was absolutely wonderful, even though it was very tragic to watch, because there's so much truth in it. Nowadays people don't communicate. There's no closeness in families anymore, and with technology it just seems that there's a further degradation of this, decomposition of that, and I was going to say dissimulation, but I don't think that would have been the right word to use. Anyway, I've been reading a lot about loneliness, and it's interesting that technology would make us so close together, but yet we would be so lonely. And I thought, yeah, that's absolutely true, because we live in a society where we really don't know how to communicate anymore. We keep a lot of things hidden. I was never taught this way, but I think that's what's missing in a lot of modern day families. We just look for distractions and lie to each other, and that's no way to live. That's a facade. That's falsehood. And this film I thought was really layered and just made you think and caused you to realize a lot of everything that was said in this movie was absolutely true. And in families today, I think that this is probably a reflection of the modern day family, which is sort of tragic in a way. But in the end, actually, it's very happy in a way. It's kind of bittersweet, I would say. I don't really know if it was or not, because it felt, I think that it was happy, to be honest with you, because you feel like everything had a resolution, and everything came out all right in the end, and everybody's fine, basically. That is, the film is what it says it is. At the beginning, you wonder how Frank is ever going to pull off getting his kids together in one room for the holidays. Well, he gets to that point. And to be honest with you, I absolutely love this movie. It's beautifully made. The soundtrack is just spectacular. There's so much emotion in it, and the scenery is very impressive, and I like the characters. The humor is good. There's really not an awful lot of humor. It's a dramedy, I would say. I would put that this film in this genre, and it just is more of a socioeconomic reflection, I'd like to say. This is my standpoint. And if you're interested in how families evolve, or how families function, or how a real father acts, or if you're just intrigued in seeing Robert De Niro in a different role, then I would highly recommend this film to you, because it's just so different than the regular macho tough guy that he typically plays. And it's just, you feel so bad for the guy, and you just want him to have the best in life, and eventually he does get that near the end, which I think is a wonderful way to put everything together at the climax. And I would like to say that yes, that there is a happy ending, although it's kind of strange near the end, just the way that he describes everything. But I guess it really is a happy ending in that sense, and just his definition of what true happiness is. And I'm getting philosophical here, but happiness is relative. But yes, but I just highly recommend this movie. I would give it 4 stars, definitely. Just no doubt in my mind, even though it will make you a little bit misty-eyed in certain areas, just give it a look. It was made in 2009, and it didn't get as much notoriety as it should have, and it's got Drew Barrymore in it as well, and Drew plays a character that she doesn't normally play, so I give her credit for that. So if you're interested in looking at a film that may be a little bit more dramatic and just makes you think, then check out Everybody's Fine. It's excellent. 2 thumbs up.